Cardi B and Offset did not lay a finger on this guy last week out after the Met Gala, but that doesn't mean they're going to dodge the liability. The guy who got beat down after the Met Gala when he got into first a verbal dispute with Cardi B and with Offset is now filed a lawsuit against them. As well, look, when we saw the second we saw that, especially. Like, yep, that smells like a lawsuit.
So he's saying that the guards beat him up, that their bodyguards beat him up, but I disagree with you to some extent that it may be that they didn't lay a finger on him, but the things they said to him, according to him, kind of fueled the fight that followed.
I know we just broke this on the site, so I didn't see the actual lawsuit, but
I did.
I'm presuming he said that they directed these people to do this, right?
Well, I'll tell you, Charles, there are certain words on this.
Why don't you go ahead and break it down?
I can't exactly use the words that he says were said, actually.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead, Harvey, go ahead.
Brad, why don't you try this?
No, I'll just say,
it's not going to be any better.
In a nutshell, he says they provoked their team to go after him. We'll just leave it there.
Well, we should say, look, we know that even in the video, we saw that he got into it verbally with Offset, saying, you know, look, go ahead and hit me. I wish you would hit me.
Yeah, he was essentially telling Offset what to do with his money. He said, stop spending all your money on jewelry. You should invest your money. And they just keep jawing back and forth. So according to him, Cardi and B and Offset said, hey, enough of this. Go take care of him.
What we didn't see on the tape, but he claims in the suit, is that that Cardi said to him, blank out of here, blank. I will slap the blank out of you.
Well, that should be clear now, right?
It sounds like we're playing like a game show.
You know, there's a lot of blanks, believe me, that only some of us can say.
Right. But here's the problem, though, right?
You can say some of those blanks.
With the situation, right, as far as everything just started off with words. But once they initially got out the car and then he got stomped out, then of course he was going to sue.
Yeah, I mean, look, and if it's true that it looks like the bodyguards were the ones that did this, especially the guy that stepped in his head. That's out of bounds. And, you know, they are responsible for what their bodyguards do in the course and scope of their employment. So, you know, the Offset and Cardi B may well have a problem here if it looks like this was excessive force used against this guy.
Does he describes them as bodyguards, by the way, in the
That's the way he described.
Brad, some of those guys didn't look like
bodyguards. Did he use the word bodyguards? I believe he did. He said 3 bodyguards, right, that he didn't name?
He said they were at least associated people. I'm not sure he specifically said bodyguards, though.
I think he said 3 of them, and he didn't have the names of any of them. He called them John Does in the lawsuit.
Right. Some of those guys seem like friends.
If they work for Offset and Cardi B, they're responsible for what they do during their job.
Yes, hi. My name is Olin, and I'm from New Jersey. And yeah, what they did to Arnold was really, really unnecessary. And I just hope that Cardi B and Offset get what they deserve, which is karma, you know, because they need to realize that they're celebrities and that people are going to say things that will catch them off guard, but they need to remain in their zone, you know. But, you know, I just hope that Arnold wins that case and everything goes right for him. But the weird thing is that Cardi B's team said that he was being aggressive and obnoxious, which I understand, but they didn't need to do what they did to him. And when that guy kicked him in his face,
that's the bad one.
That kick in the head.
That kick in the head is
By the way,
one.
Olin, props to Olin, who clearly read this story on the site because he knew the guy's last name is Arnold.
Right.
We didn't mention his name is Giovanni Arnold, the guy who's suing.